Back in the book segment tonight, more crazy political correctness. Last week, singer Katy Perry kicked off the American Music Awards. Well, after that performance, the Huffington Post printed this critique, quote, "There's room for argument as to whether the performance was racist, but it was definitively, and with no room for argument, cultural appropriation. Using aspects of another culture from a position of privilege is a means of additional exploitation." Or something. Cultural appropriation. Joining us now from Miami, the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com. Mr. Goldberg, do you know what the hell that's all about?
I actually do. In my hours and hours of research for this segment, I came up with a definition of cultural appropriation. And here's what it is in one sentence. Cultural appropriation refers to picking and choosing elements of a culture by a member of another culture without permission. Now, conservatives have their own craziness, but only a liberal could come up with this nonsense. So if Robert De Niro wants to play the Ayatollah Khomeini in a movie, who does he go to get permission to do that? Does it go to all Muslims in the whole world?
The Iranian parliament, I think. They got to pass, you know.
I don't know, but you got to get permission if you're going to appropriate somebody else's culture. You can't do it without permission.
I've never heard of this. I never heard. This is the first time I've heard of this. But Perry, Katy Perry, I mean, the song was in context, nice costumes. It's almost like an homage. It makes you want to go to Japan,
exactly,
spend some money there, and learn about the culture, right?
Here's the thing, Bill. This is not about Katy Perry. This is about liberals who, on Halloween, for instance, decide that kids can't wear cowboy outfits or Indian outfits because it's appropriating cowboy culture or Indian culture. And with Katy Perry, she's apparently appropriating Japanese culture. But that's not what it's really about at all. She's not playing just any old Japanese woman. She's playing a geisha, right? And a geisha is a woman who is subservient to men. A geisha tries to please men and make them happy. And in liberal circles, playing such a woman is a felony. If Katy Perry were wearing that exact same outfit on that same stage, but were kicking men in the head, she'd be a feminist icon.
All right, let me stop you. So if Katy Perry were wearing that outfit, but was secretly a ninja, all right, and was beating up guys, she wouldn't be appropriating in a racist way the Japanese culture.
It isn't, because it isn't just the Japanese culture. She's playing a subservient woman.
No, I got it.
Liberals can't, but they can't tolerate that.
Why don't they just say that?
Because they are the cultural police.
They
are the cultural police, Bill, and they've decided what is acceptable for all of us and what is unacceptable for all of us.
Well, why don't they just say that? Why do they have to hide behind the racist angle that Katy Perry's some kind of racist here because she dresses up?
I have a theory.
Go ahead.
I have a theory on that. A lot of these journalists who have been writing about this under the headline is Katy Perry racist and all that, they are young liberals who missed the most important and exciting story and movement of the 20th century, the civil rights movement. And they want their own civil rights movement. So they go after kids who wear Indian costumes on Halloween, and they go after Katy Perry for dressing up in a kimono. But let me tell you, my liberal friends, that is not in the same galaxy, probably not in the same universe as the march from Selma to Montgomery. So
but it's even worse than that. In every totalitarian culture, all right, communism, fascism, wherever, they start to ban things like this. You can't do this, you can't do that. So under this banner that was printed in the Huffington Post, I should be mad at Danny Thomas. Remember Danny Thomas, Lebanese comedian, father of Marlo Thomas, who's now married to Phil Donahue. There's a chain here. I should be mad at Danny Thomas because his theme song was Danny Boy which is Irish song, and he's Lebanese. So somehow,
well, how about, right.
You know.
Well, how about this, Bill? How about this? Should we consider Johnny Depp a racist because he played Tonto in The Lone Ranger? Should we consider, wait a second, I got two more. Should we consider Keith Carradine, you remember him, who played a Buddhist monk on Kung Fu? Should we say that Meryl Streep appropriated Jewish culture when she played a Holocaust survivor in Sophie's Choice? Hey, these are performers. They are playing a role. What is the matter? I mean, liberals used to be sensible. What is... They've lost their mind on these matters.
Well, certainly on this one, this Katy Perry thing was about as innocent as it get. I mean, if you do blackface and you do that kind of thing,
that's different.
Then you got that's different. This was an homage, and it was obvious. All right, Bernie Goldberg, everybody. So I don't want you appropriating any Irish stuff down there, Goldberg, in Miami, okay?
No, sayonara. See you.
Okay. Fact, the tip of the day.